Back to Billboard's Hot 100 the week of August 9th, 1969. Got some foot-stomping soul music, upbeat soul music by Johnny Taylor, the guy who did Who's Making Love to Your Old Lady or whatever. His biggest hits, one of his biggest hits. Had a lot of soul hits over the years in the 60s going into the early 70s. But here's the thing about Johnny Taylor. He started out as a gospel singer. There is a Sam Cooke connection like you wouldn't believe. We got to go back to the 50s on this. Johnny Taylor, he released a record called Somewhere to Lay My Head. It was a gospel record. He was in a gospel group called the Highway QC's. It was a gospel group that Sam Cooke had formed. And here's the thing, Johnny Taylor's voice was so close to that of Sam Cooke's that he became Sam Cooke's replacement as lead singer of a gospel group called the Soul Stirrers. The Soul Stirrers, a legendary gospel group. Sam Cooke becoming the lead singer of the Soul Stirrers, I think, around 1950-51 up until about 1955. And then he crossed over to secular singing, which did not sit too well with some of his more religious fans. But some years later, I don't know the exact year, maybe around 1960, give or take 1 or 2 years, Sam Cooke had formed his own record label, the SAR record label. One of his first signings, Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor put out a song called Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, but it wasn't a hit. Then the record company collapsed. Sam Cooke was shot by the hotel manager. He was killed. And after he died, the record company it failed. It went defunct. The SAR record label. But in 1966, oh man, big year for Johnny Taylor. He signed with the legendary soul label in Memphis, Tennessee, the Stax record label. He was recording songs with the backing band of Booker T and the MGs, and Who's Making Love was one of his biggest hits. Jody's Got Your Girl and Gone was another hit of his, and also Cheaper to Keep Her. He was called the Philosopher's Soul, but he was on the Stax record label, and he came out with this record that I'm going to play for you. I Could Never Be President. Johnny Taylor. I Could Never Be President. It's at number 85 the week of August 9th, 1969. It got as high as number 48, but it's on its way off Billboard's Hot 100 that week. This is Johnny Taylor from Arkansas with I Could Never Be President.